Hello, it's Steve from Mama Pop. Holly is right there behind the camera. So we've been promising a room tour for like years now, and we just haven't had time. We've been busy with the store, with live stuff, but here it is. All right, bye. No. Anyways, so we are very passionate about collecting games, the history of games, and playing games. We also love Pokemon, we love manga, anime, all the stuff that we sell in the store, we love. As does our son. That's his computer now. That was not here last. I built it for him Christmas a couple of years ago, I built it for him Christmas a couple of years ago, and plays Wobbly's Life all the time. Hers is, crap to bed. It's old. It's time to build a new one. New project. Y'all have seen this before. These are our kiosks. Eventually, we may end up with one more, but one of these two Wii's will go, and probably this Wii kiosk will go. We're not as passionate about the Wii as we are the other systems. It's a good system. It's fun. Wii Sports, who doesn't love it? I like hitting a button and watch something move, and it just doesn't do that for me. We're old, so we like old stuff too. And the 64 kiosk, that's one thing I never knew I'd own. I never thought I would ever own it. And I had the opportunity, and I done some trading and swapping like you used to be able to do, and ended up with it. So, I have a Donkey Kong arcade. I have a friend of mine that's wanting one of those, and he may end up with that because he knows how to work on them, and I have those two down there that need work. So, but there's our computer area. There's been a few things added. I think I've changed up a little bit since the last video. Not so much changed up as, like a new monitor, and I moved some stuff around. My Illidan statue and stuff like that. Holly's Doctor Who stuff I think has grown quite a bit. And Life as a Teenage Slime is pretty cool. Reincarnated Teenage Slime. I wish they would come back out more. Reincarnated as a slime. I don't know why I always say teenage. I mix it up with another anime. But they're supposed to. I don't know. I believe it when I see it. Still waiting on Dr. Stone. So Holly loves Transformers. Her favorite Transformer is... You can talk too. You're the face behind the camera, but the voice behind reason. Or not. Our favorite Transformer is... there's that age thing. Bumblebee. So... this is one side of the game room. It's a little bit... This is an open area. I have plans for this. I've got a friend of mine that's got something that will go here. Hopefully in the next video. It will be here by then. I just haven't had a chance to go get it. But he's holding it for me. I'll be picking it up and putting it here. It's pretty cool. Pretty awesome. So we came across some Power Ranger stuff. If you're watching the video, you know who you are. It made me spend money. And Holly ended up getting a lot of the first gen Power Ranger stuff. So Dragonzord, Tigerzord, just the works. We got real lucky. He got real lucky, he found it. We got real lucky, we could buy it. So he decided not to keep it. It wasn't his genre of show as a child. We're just a hair older than him, not much. But it just wasn't his thing. This is Price's area. Yeah, he likes My Hero a little bit. Just slightly. But we have some mini consoles set up for him. And a huge beanbag sitting down here. And the Switch dock and all that, because he loves playing the Switch. But yeah, that's pretty much everything he loves we put in this area. That's what he wants. This is his area to collect in. We didn't want this just for an adult room. This is all for him. Every bit of it was built up leading towards him, and this is what we wanted it for. So he loves My Hero Academia, Sonic, absolutely loves Sonic. He likes the trains, of course. That's what all these are. They're actually the wooden track Thomas the Train. So he prefers those over any other. I don't know why. They don't really pull their stuff that well, most of them, but he likes them. If you got kids, the mini consoles are an amazing idea. I'm not going to say they're bulletproof, but they're loaded with games, and they're pretty dang hard to tear up. So you would really have to do something hard to tear them up. But they're pretty cool. Right now the Genesis is just reeling. We got the music turned down because copyright. But he also loves rolling around on this. He will almost run you over playing on this. He started standing up on it recently. I don't know if you know that or not, but yeah. But I hope they'll start skateboarding. There's some broke arms. These basically hold controllers and accessories. Next video, these may not be here. They are cumbersome. They are shoved full of stuff, and some stuff we just don't need. When we didn't have it, we collected it, and it's getting to the point to where, okay, maybe we don't need everything we can possibly find we don't have. So you eventually run out of room. But we put the controllers and stuff in here to hold for the system, that way there's not cables laying everywhere and stuff like that. They're good cabinets. They're just not, if it knocks back, I'm running. They're just not, it doesn't fit well. So we got, of course you have to eat. The big fridge just went downhill. I do refrigeration, I checked it, it was done. So I put a mini fridge down here, and we've got a air fryer / toaster oven. This is the small countertop version of a dish resurfacer. We keep it here in case we need to run this through or something like that, but just on occasion. But yeah, if gamers got to eat. So we'll go this way or that way.
I don't know. You're doing a broad range.
Let's go right to left. Start there, jump down. This is, I don't know, did we move stuff around before? I think we did right before. Yeah, this is all of our new, like, Wii, Xbox 360, PS3 up stuff. It's kind of where we put the divider at on retro versus not retro. Over the years, everything becomes retro, I guess, but to us, this is newer. So new play style, new art style, all that. So we have a few collector editions, just a couple, but and some amiibos too. But we're eventually, there's some of them we're gonna open. There's just too many of them on the wall. We're running out of room. We have several sitting down that we need to get written. We need to open up and put out. So. But I don't know if we're going to collect any more PS4. I think there's some PS4. We have a small PS5 collection, but not much. But I will say that PS5, just the stuff that has to update constantly, it's hard for us because we don't have good internet here. If you've been in the store, you probably found out we don't, because we told you our internet just absolutely is trash. Maybe Starlink could be coming up in the future. So it's just, even then, the constant updates is rough. Yes, I play WoW, and when it takes me 3 days to download an update to be able to play WoW, it kind of, sucks, to be honest. We love handheld gaming. I love the original Game Boy, or any of the Game Boys. The DS is okay. I enjoy playing some of the DS, but at the same time, I'm, My age shows with that. So it's we have a decent amount of stuff. I will say that compared to other people I've seen with large collections. We're not trying to master anything like that. That's insanity. Oh, I got the Virtual Boy this year for Christmas. So I thought that was pretty cool. I've been wanting one of those for years and years and years. Like 15 years. Well, actually since I came out. Little countertops. These are cool. But this is the area we actually really love. This is the retro area. And yeah, I guess it shows. Because we have a lot of retro stuff. The Genesis, I love the Jaguar and the TurboGrafx and Genesis. Really any of it. Any 16, 32-bit style 2D, I usually like. I do not play, I personally don't play turn-based, but I enjoy other games. I like Pokemon. That is turn-based, I guess, but that doesn't count. This is the NES collection. We are 28 games away from a full set, and we're shooting for it. It's just starting to get really hard to find and really expensive right now. So we've got some pretty neat stuff over the years. We've been collecting for about 15 years, and it's just kind of stacked up. It's nice. Like this, you'd never see this. It's a licensed 64 case with Banjo-Kazooie on it. It's freaking cool. You just never see stuff like that. So, but all our complete in box games. I actually got, this year I got my favorite game of all time. I finally got a complete in box version of it, Ocarina of Time. I just haven't bought one in the past. I've seen them a few times. Saw sealed one time. I didn't buy it. I just didn't. But I ended up with that one, and I ended up keeping it. So, but we do have some decent stuff. You will see some variants here. Of course, there's left Bros and right Bros Mario 3, but it's one of our favorite games, one of our favorite platformers. So there's a lot of variants on shelf. It kind of softened the blow of having to find really rare and expensive games is to go variant collecting. So if you're going after a full set and you're just getting burnt out on it, may consider just trying to go after variants a little bit. It'll help you out, trust me. It's nice. You find a variant, you're like, that's rare, but it's not expensive, and it won't burn you out too bad. The Super Nintendo. Now, I love the Super Nintendo. It's one of my favorite consoles. I've got a lot of stuff I don't like here too, and this is going to probably shrink down quite a bit. There's some good stuff here that we enjoy. But there's also stuff like, I just don't, I don't want, George Foreman's KO boxing, stuff like that. I don't want, I personally, I don't play King Griffey Jr. on there. So some people, that's their favorite game. That's fine. But I just never played sports games very much. We have our Nintendo Powers. We'd love to get a full set of them, but they're starting to get hard to find. Every once in a while we add one or two to it, but it's getting to where they're really hard to get. So it'll eventually get there. Some of these will go out of the way and it'll be a full set here. We done the math, and this should hold a full set of Nintendo Powers. So it was an amazing magazine. It's a shame they quit making them. It'd be cool to have it today. I mean, how cool would it be if, like Game Informer did, it shut down and then the people picked it back up and say, no, we're not shutting down. If Nintendo Power had done that, that would be pretty cool. So, but history's history. It didn't. It is what it is. But yeah, we've got some pretty just hard to find stuff anymore. You just don't find it anymore. So the stuff we love. This thing's pretty cool. This is the Sharp NES TV. It actually has got a built-in Nintendo. entertainment system, NES. So these are pretty hard to find too. I'm surprised this is like the 64 kiosk. I never expected to own one of these. Neither did Holly. Neither one of us did. So it's just actually finding one and not in a store was amazing. So yeah, the robot, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Those are cool. What about those? You didn't zoom in on those. The Spybot? See the Spybot? He's mine. That's just cool. But yeah, it's not just games. We collect toys and all kinds of stuff. Anything gaming related, we usually like. If it's a game and stuff that we like, or if it's just cool, quirky, and hard to, find, we really like that kind of stuff. Pokemans. So this has grown a little bit. There's a few more here than was here last time. The toys kind of went up and some of them came out, but Holly has gotten in heavily to collect the records. They're all over the place. I mean, it's literally all over the place. It's not just one genre of music. It's anywhere from Chopin all the way up to, I wouldn't say Slipknot, but a Radiohead. There's a wide gap there.
That is a wide gap.
Yeah, that's a wide gap. So we got lucky enough to have a guy. Oh, you filming your toys? Yeah. She's got toys too. All kinds of stuff. So we got lucky enough to have a guy actually. These were actually pretty decently priced. A lot of these are garage bands. No, we don't want all of them. They were just such a good price. It's like one money for the whole box. I said, okay, that's cool. So I picked them up. And we're going through them and listening to them slowly, a little bit at a time, see if it's something that we want to keep. There's some stuff on here that's not exactly G-rated. So.
Careful.
It's not. That's why I turned it. But there's some good stuff here. I remember hearing some of these bands and stuff, so they were enjoyable. Of course, it's been, 2 years, 3 years? This is still down. It's my fault. All these are still down. It's just been busy with the store, work, lifetime stuff. Mortal Kombat. Anyways, so here's a little bit of overflow. Some of the stuff will be going to the store. Like, I don't exactly want a Commodore 64. It's just not my era. So that'll probably go up there and a few other things. There's some still games in here, stuff like that. It just hasn't been taken up there yet. We have to have room for it first. And then where else for the perfect place for an exercise bike but the bathroom? But yeah, that's the bathroom, y'all. It was it's a lot better to have one down here, not to run upstairs to use the bathroom. So Treasure Planet, such a trash movie. What? I know. Remember, you shook your head when I said you like Transformers. Why are you shaking your head?
No,
What is that?
that's Astro Train. That's different.
And what is Astro Train?
A Decepticon.
A transformer. That can be a train, a spaceship, a transformer, and it can be a plane too, can it? What was it? It's a triple. I can't remember what
I
they
hope she
called it.
rips you apart in this video.
I don't care. I enjoy watching Transformers, but we didn't have money to buy them as a kid, so we just didn't have them. So, but oh, there's your little. What are they called? They come out of Happy Meal toys, aren't they?
Yeah, I got a couple of them.
Yeah, just a few. Of course, Mac at night, just chilling.
I like that guy.
Yeah, it's cool. He's cool. The Roger Rabbit stuff, the Warner Brothers. Can't beat it, man. They don't make cartoons like they used to. So they really don't. They don't make toys like they used to either. Ooh. That's not so bad. So we also have a few board games. I was hoping I cleaned it up. It was terrible. I tackled it. It took me a couple hours because our niece will come down here with our son, and they'll get like 10 games out, and they're just scattered everywhere. And I tell her, you're picking them up before you leave. And I come down here, and there's like pieces laying down there. I open it, and they like fall out, you know. It just happens. So we do have a few pops. It's basically stuff we like. So we don't go crazy with them. Well, I'll say we don't. We went a little crazy with them, but there's some people that collect primarily just pops, and trust me, this is not a drop in a bucket compared to some people. Some people have more pops than we have at the store. It's crazy. It's not bad. It's cool. It's just, it's not something that we go after full sets of or anything like that. It's just stuff that we like. So that's what this is supposed to kind of be like. This is kind of a reflection of us and what we like and what we like to do. Sad to say we haven't had as much time as we want to play games, but we do try to get down here at least once or twice a week and do something. Price loves to play on the computer, play Wobbly Life. We'll come down here and play, listen to music and do something. Maybe I'll come do some work on the computer, you know, the paperwork and all that. Sometimes we'll get down to the retro area. Sometimes we'll come over here and play VR Minecraft. That's very interesting. Don't dig straight down at all. So I haven't been privileged enough to see the Minecraft movie yet. My son has. So, but yeah, I mean, we still got these. Some of these may go, but not a lot. Just a couple. And make room for other things we like. And it's kind of like the games. So next time you see this game room tour, it's not going to be the same. We're fixing to go through, and instead of collecting everything we don't have, it's going to be more about collecting what we actually want to play and what we want. For a long time, we thought it was cool. If you ever watch a YouTube channel, CJR, we watched his room tour one time. We said that would be absolutely amazing. And where we're nowhere near him by any means, we thought it'd be cool to do that. Well, now as we're getting older and we're progressing mentally in our collecting, that's definitely mental sometimes, then we're learning, okay, I don't want to play SOCOM on PS2. I'm probably not going to play, you know, basketball games on the PS3. I'm just not. That's just not what I do. But as the stuff gets pulled out, it'll probably go to the store. Some of it may be trade bait. So if you got some really nice stuff or some NES games we're missing, we have some really nice stuff to trade with too. So probably going to do handheld first, I would think, because it's kind of overrun with stuff. The Game Boy stuff we got had some really nice Game Boy games that we're getting rid of. No, not with Pokemon. But there's other stuff that's highly sought after by collectors. We'll probably get out of the collection. But collection's not going anywhere. It'll be here. It'll just be more condensed, coalesced to what we actually like to play. And a lot less of just stuff coming down here and just walls covered with games. It looks cool until you experience it. And then you realize that it's extremely overwhelming. You come down here to play a game, and you'll look at the wall and you'll stare at it for 45 minutes saying, I don't know what I want to play, because it's very overwhelming. But eventually you'll pick out something and sit, and then you'll play that for months, and the other just sits. So, but yeah, that's the room tour. If there's anything else that y'all want to see in depth, let us know. I'll set up a time. We'll get down here. I'll go through a collection of something, or I'll go through the pops or the toys, and speak more about our experiences with it, stuff like that. So we've been collecting for 15 years. most of this stuff, 99% of this stuff, did not come off eBay. It came from going out, hitting garage sales, going out, hitting flea markets, going out, looking at pawn shops, and local stores especially. When they get something in, we would have a connection with the store, and we would walk in and we see it, and we're like, I want that. That's not leaving here without me taking it out. So it's just, it's, as long as it's not shipped out, that's the main thing. When stuff gets shipped out across the U.S., it dries up an area, and this cannot be achieved, or anything close to this. I've had several people coming into the store looking for games that just aren't in the area anymore. They've gone. They're East Coast, West Coast. They go where the money is. So, but yeah, if y'all want to see anything more in depth, or you have any questions about anything here that got us into collecting, or what we like, or anything like that, leave a comment. Drop a like, leave a comment below. You know the YouTube thing. So we will be posting a little bit more of our Pokemon breaks on YouTube coming up. That's my fault. I should have been uploading. I have not. But if you'll follow us on TikTok and on Facebook and Insta, you'll see where one's posted. I think they're posted mainly on Instagram and TikTok. So, but keep an eye out at the store on Facebook and stuff. You'll see new stuff coming out, and come holler at us. Be definitely glad to see you in store. So, is there anything else you want to show? You good? I got you to say a couple of words, though. No, not now. I did, though. You did. Anyways, bye.